She was supposed to go back this week. Was she? Yeah. She's really been having a time of it. Yeah.
That's the tough part. I was thinking, however healthy you are when it's time to go back and do it.
About good job.
Yeah, it did.
Then I realized, that second surgery was just almost as wrecked as the first surgery. Minus the infection for the diverticulitis.
Yeah.
That's not a simple procedure.
I don't think she was looking forward to it. No, it wasn't.
I was just going to use
If we could go ahead and call to order the Seminole Airport Authority for Tuesday, July 14th, 2009. Roll call, please, Jay.
Evelyn Willingham, Bill Wantland,
Here.
Chris Anson,
Here.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Here.
Gary Houck,
Here.
John Kramer, Jeff Griffin, Terry Thomason.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Consideration and action of consent agenda.
Move its approval. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Bill Wantland,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Gary Houck,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Are there any petitions from the audience for the Airport Authority? Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Did we have an addendum for the airport?
There's a,
I didn't print it off. It's not up here. Addendum. Two addendums for a couple of things.
No, negative. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. On the addendum under current business, number 1, consideration and possible action to approve the low bid of $228,158.85 from Silver Star Construction for Phase 2 construction of the Jimmy Austin Seminole Regional Airport Taxi Lane.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Bill Wantland,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Gary Houck,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Current business number 2, consideration and possible action to approve the surface lease agreement with Rick Taylor in the amount of $200 annually for the lease of the land at Hangar 10.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Bill Wantland,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Gary Houck,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Now do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll now call to order the Seminole Gas Authority for Tuesday, July 14th, 2009. Roll call, please, Jay.
Evelyn Willingham, Bill Wantland,
Here.
Chris Anson,
Here.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Here.
Gary Houck,
Here.
John Kramer, Jeff Griffin, Terry Thomason.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Consideration and action of consent agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call vote, please, Jay.
Bill Wantland,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Gary Houck,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Are there any appearances or petitions from the audience for the Gas Authority? If not, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll go ahead and call to order the Seminole Medical Authority for Tuesday, July 14th. Roll call, please, Jay.
Evelyn Willingham, Bill Wantland,
Here.
Chris Anson,
Here.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Here.
Gary Houck,
Here.
John Kramer, Jeff Griffin, Terry Thomason.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Consideration and action of consent agenda.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Bill Wantland,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Gary Houck,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Are there any appearances, petitions from the audience for the Medical Authority? If not, do we have a motion for adjournment?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll now call to order the Seminole Utilities Authority for Tuesday, July 14th. Roll call, please, Jay.
Evelyn Willingham, Bill Wantland,
Here.
Chris Anson,
Here.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Here.
Gary Houck,
Here.
John Kramer, Jeff Griffin, Terry Thomason.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Consideration and action of consent agenda.
Move its approval.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Bill Wantland,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Yes.
Gary Hout,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Are there any petitions from the audience for the Utilities Authority? If not, do I have a motion for
So moved.
adjournment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? If we could now call to order the Seminole City Council meeting for Tuesday, July 14th. Roll call, please, Jay.
Evelyn Willingham, Bill Wantland,
Here.
Chris Anson,
Here.
Dee Dee Patterson,
Here.
Gary Hout,
Here.
John Kramer, Jeff Griffin, Terry Thomason.
Here.
We have a quorum.
If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bill, if you could be kind enough to lead us in prayer, and this time I'd like to ask a special remembrance for Chris Heathcott,
Yes.
his wife and family.
Isagadamisian Mishka Hangigi Gudi, Umukasapkan Equichid Emedo, Moment Otolofa Seminole, Moment Poestia Melgan, Moment Chris Heathcott im Puyafectia. Itinokichikidis, Moment Chimi Isagadamisi Anogitskas. O God, whose mercies cannot be numbered, accept our prayer of thanks for the city of Seminole, for our people, and for the repose of the soul of Chris Heathcott. Let us love one another, for you, God, are love. Amen.
Under presentations,
Mr. Mayor, if I could do this, I'll just speak from this mic if I can. The director of the group work camp that was present here recently in Seminole asked me to present a certificate to the City of Seminole and all of those employees and volunteers and just everybody that worked together to make this event happen. And I have a certificate here that's framed. What I'd like to do, if I could, is I want to present it to Carol Fryer. There's so many people that we could mention by name, and I will. Stephen Biller, Sharon Emmett, Adnan, the entire city staff, just a slew of volunteers, people that donated their time, their ladders, their tools. But the last count, I believe that I had heard, was there was approximately 8,900 man-hours that were spent in the city of Seminole. Wasn't that what it was, something like that, Dee Dee?
35 families, wasn't it, or something like
I
that?
think there was almost 50 homes that were repaired in some way or another, ramps that were built. I could just go through dozens and dozens of projects, but again, if it wasn't for the efforts of all these people, we couldn't have made it successful. And I know, Dee Dee, you were there that night when we had our presentation, and but special thanks to Carol Fryer, because she spent the entire week prior to that almost completely committed to making sure that this thing went off, going around with the work camp people and to each site, making sure the materials had been ordered, that the people knew that they were coming, and it was just a huge success. So what I'd like to do is present this on behalf of Group Work Camp, and hopefully, maybe not next year, I don't think we're on board, but the year after we can convince her to do it again. And but please let me don't diminish the efforts of everybody else that took an active part in that. So if that's all right, Mayor, I'd like to present it to Carol.
consideration and action of consent agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Jay.
Bill Wantland,
Yes.
Chris Anson,
Yes.
Dee Dee Patterson.
Yes.
Gary Hout,
Yes.
Terry Thomason.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Are there any appearances or petitions from the audience for the Seminole City